Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ty Johnny back with another live video reaction, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell to see more of me. And we all gonna eat as a family, as the great words of Ace Boogie goes. Everybody eats B. If you're new to the channel, I'll give you 5 seconds to sub up. Now that you're subbed up, welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the Ty Johnny family. Ty Johnny Tribe, Ty Johnny Mafia, whatever you want to call it for real. I want to let you know I react to sports and music mainly, but today we got a reaction for the 86 Celtics. This is part 3, the final part, the finale of the documentary. Y'all go ahead and drop something y'all want me to react to in the comment section below. And if you've been subscribed, I appreciate it and I love you. I just hit my 1,000 probably about a month ago. I think y'all can see. We got a good 18 minutes left of the video, but let's go ahead and get right into this reaction. Where we left off is they just won the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bucks. They basically swept everybody to get there. Michael Jordan, then they lost one game to, let me see who they lost to, the 76ers. They lost one game to the Hawks. They lost one game to the Hawks, and they just swept the Bucks, as you can see. So let's go ahead. They're going to the finals. Let's see what happened.
They knew if they won that game that they would be. Imagine bringing your.
You feel me though? Y'all don't think I could do commercial voices?
The period of time that they would have off while the other conference finished up.
In the Western Conference, it had come down to two teams with a history of battling the Celtics for NBA supremacy. The Houston Rockets, who the Celtics defeated in the 1981 finals, giving Larry Bird his first title, and their bitter rivals, the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers and Celtics, arguably at that point, certainly the best rivalry in basketball, no question, and one of the handful of premier rivalries in all of sports.
The Celtics were looking for payback, were ready for payback, felt that they could beat LA, and they wanted to see Magic walk down the corridor with his head down.
I felt that in '85 we didn't give them our best shot. I really wanted a piece of the Lakers in '86.
The Celtics, all that season, they measured themselves against the Lakers. Their games, the big games of the regular season were against the Lakers. You know, if you would ask them, do you expect to play Houston in the finals, they would say, Houston who?
The Rockets landed in Los Angeles to take on the defending champs. In Game 1, the Lakers' Showtime brand of basketball was on full display as Magic Johnson and his supporting cast took one step closer to a finals rematch against the Celtics. But Houston would take the next 3 games in the series.
They were well coached and they were really good. They were deep and they were difficult and they had a style that was similar to ours.
Wait, when did Hakeem Olajuwon get drafted? He looked mad young right here. And I heard Hakeem Olajuwon played soccer. That's why his footwork was so well. That's crazy. Was he playing soccer at 7 foot?
And Hakeem Olajuwon had emerged as just one of the best centers ever, along with Ralph.
Houston's Twin Towers, which was made up of a young 7'4" forward, Ralph Sampson, and a second-year center, Hakeem Olajuwon, were unstoppable at home, defeating the Lakers in games 3 and 4 of the series.
Maybe we were. Think a little bit beyond the conference finals.
The Lakers wanted the Celtics, and the Celtics wanted the Lakers. And the Houston Rockets crashed the party.
In Game 5, a fight late in the game would lead to the ejection of Olajuwon. The Lakers seized the opportunity, tying the game at 112, hoping to force the Rockets into overtime. But with 1 second left in regulation, Ralph Sampson would make sure that Showtime was over.
Second on the clock.
Oh! 86% fluke. Like just a weird shot.
When Ralph made that shot, I'm going, holy smoke, they just beat the Lakers.
If anybody believes there is a basketball God, he answered a prayer. No way it should have gone in. But
that was a crazy shot.
I actually feel bad for the Lakers. And that was the first and only time I ever did.
Ralph makes a crazy kind of turnaround shot. It bobbles in, and I went like, oh, looks like we're gonna have to beat Houston.
There is no question that people were disappointed not to see the purple and gold show up again.
Well, we always wanted to play the Lakers. There's no question about it.
Even though the Rockets were a really good team, I was shocked. It was very disappointing that we didn't get a chance to play against the Celtics once again in '86. It's a tough loss.
Here, everyone in Boston is ready to anoint this as the greatest basketball team of all time. And then the only way to really, cap that off is to beat the Lakers. And instead, they never get the chance.
The one drawback to the 85-86 Celtics is who they played in the finals.
The Houston Rockets that year, that time, were better than the Lakers. They were coming. They were a team of the future.
There was an inevitability about that in my mind that we were just going to win. It would just matter who it was, and I'd much rather have beaten the Lakers. But Houston was there, so we were going to beat them.
It's over. Number one. In the West.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnny Most high above courtside. The Lakers are not here. Magic is not here. Akeem is, and he will do nothing.
Watch this. The Rockets are going to fall
He said Magic is not here.
tomorrow.
He will do nothing.
Watch this. The Rockets are going to fall tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
They're going to crush you.
There's nothing like playing basketball in the Boston Garden in the playoffs when the crowd's really into it. Like I told Bill Walton one time, I said, when they're standing the whole game, they want to win. And Bill came up with the lines, they want blood, they don't care whose it is, So, and it's true.
Heading into Game 1, the underdog Rockets seemed unfazed by Larry Legend and the Boston Celtics.
I'm 6'11". We can play against anybody in the league without any question. I can do it against anybody, so I don't have nothing to worry about.
Akeem Olajuwon's confidence was apparent as he scored 33 points, but it was not enough to beat the Celtics in Game 1.
Lay me. Go crazy on them, Larry. Show them this yo city. We don't lose at the crib.
You're going to have to do something better than your natural, normal game in order to beat Boston. That's how good they are.
On the heels of a Game 1 victory, Larry Bird's legendary season continued to grow as he was named MVP for the third straight year.
When he gets going, he's Larry.
He keeps getting better and better, and there isn't anybody in the world that's going to stop him.
In Game 2, Bird dominated in all aspects of the game as the Celtics blew out the Rockets 117-95.
Overall, we did very well, and we played the game the way it's supposed to be played.
It's embarrassing to be in a championship series and have one team dominate you the way Boston dominated tonight.
I think they sort of went down to Houston thinking that they're going to win it down there.
Let's face it, if you play 4 games the way we played the last 2, we'll all be fishing in a week.
The Rockets put their fishing trip on hold as Houston pulled off a 2-point win in Game 3. In Game 4, the Celtics got back on track and were just a single one away from the title.
And the wall. Wall holds it. Back out to Bird. 3-point attempt.
Dang.
A 3-point field goal to Larry Bird.
No question, it's very possible teams can come back from 3-1, but that's what we're out there to try and stop.
They better not let us get ahead of them, because if we get that close to winning the championship with the lead, I doubt we'll give one up.
Ralph Sampson was off to an impressive start, scoring 12 points early in Game 5. But in the second quarter, Sampson snapped.
On the right now, quickly it goes down. Sampson levels, almost level. Same thing with an
They're going crazy.
Quickly it goes down. Sampson.
But in the second quarter, Sampson snapped.
On the right now, quickly it goes down.
Yo, why he start going so crazy? What happened? Why he just started punching people in the face?
And Sampson levels, almost level. Same thing with an elbow.
Me personally, I feel like this is why basketball ratings are down now. They used to run a fade. Not saying they shouldn't get ejected, but you do this now, you know what's going to happen. But this is why I feel like basketball viewership is down, bro. They got to let people get they fading.
He forearmed me from behind when I went over there, and the ref called the foul. The play stopped, and when that happened, I turned around and, I just kind of walked up, and that's when he threw the first punch, and my arms were down.
And now they're fighting.
Up, and that's when he threw the first punch, and my arms were down.
And now they're fighting. There's the fight going on right now.
Johnny went nuts.
Sampson started the whole damn thing. Ralph Sampson showed his true colors. He is a gutless big guy who picks on the little people.
Usually that would have been me that would have got in the fight with the big guy. Matter of fact, I've been accused of being the guy that got in the fight. People still to this day, when you got in a fight with Sampson, they go, no, that was Seastein.
Everybody wants to take a shot at Jerry.
Is it because Jerry a chill guy? I gotta make sure. Yeah. I had to make sure. But is Jerry a chill guy? Did he ever get in fights in Boston?
And tell my girlfriend with him.
I thought it was a foul should have been called. Somebody jumped at me, and I did what I had to do to protect myself.
Just a few weeks ago.
Jumped at me, and I did. I thought it was a foul should have been called. Somebody jumped at me, and I did what I had to do to protect myself.
Just a few weeks ago, on my
said to
LinkedIn
protect
account,
yourself. Nobody did
Ralph,
nothing to you.
We friended me on on my LinkedIn account. Ralph friended me on LinkedIn, so it's all under the bridge now.
Sampson's ejection sparked the Rockets as they avoided elimination in a 111-96 win in Houston.
I don't think anybody said a word in the locker room after the game. There was no talk. It was like we could hear the Rockets fans celebrating.
We basically just played terrible in every aspect of the game. We want to get this stuff over with. I'm tired of playing.
You say that, then you expect it to be over?
I expect this to be over with Sunday.
Now holding a 3-2 series lead, the Celtics headed home, distressed and determined to end the series.
We arrived in Boston for a practice. There was still no conversations. We get in practice, and I remember our starters were just crushing the second unit.
Ooh. All that hostility came out.
There was almost fights from as soon as we started.
I mean, it was 10 minutes into practice. Casey just called off practice, said, "We're ready. Go home, rest, see you tomorrow."
The prevailing view is the Rockets have merely been granted a stay of execution, but there are some who will tell you this is a new series.
Larry Bird was sitting home in Brookline watching television and saw the television coverage of the Rockets arriving in Boston and took one look at Ralph and said, "We don't have to worry about him. He's out of this."
Game 6 was appointment television across the country as fans tuned in to watch Bird attempt to hang another banner at the Rockets' expense.
If you're
they crazy.
playing the Celtics, there's one you do not want to go into a game where Larry Bird says this is the most focused I've ever been for a game, because you're in trouble if that's the case.
We were all like pissed off. We were ready to go. And there wasn't even a doubt in my mind that we were going to just trounce them.
You better step up. That's Bill.
It just felt we were invincible. Like there's no way anybody's going to stop us.
With the outcome inevitable, Larry Bird and the starters could begin to breathe a sigh of relief as the final minutes ticked off the clock.
I don't think anybody could beat us that day. When I got taken out of that game, my heart started pounding really hard. And I was very nervous that I was going to pass out because just the excitement. I was sky high. I mean, my heart was pumping hard.
I would say it's like having
See what happened when you don't drink beer? You put the beer down for 6 months, you win the NBA championship. So if you're trying to win the NBA championship, just put down the beer for 6 months. Unless it's Super Bowl Sunday.
I was just so happy. And I'm still happy to this very day.
We knew we had it because we came out to play, we played hard, missed a lot of free throws, but we stuck in there and was very aggressive and took the game right away from them.
And we all felt so good about it all year long, and we worked so hard to put ourselves in a position to win it.
It is undoubtedly the best season we ever had. We did it all on defense. When you have three like that, I don't think there's no way you can lose, and we didn't.
It was the end of like a magical ride of supreme confidence, supreme inevitability that we were going to win, we were going to find a way, and just a group of guys that were really, really tight.
86 was a great feeling and an incredible year.
The joy of excitement of being a champion, and the NBA champion, and world champion just unmatched.
This was our time, our moment, and our team was not going to be denied.
Fantastic. Absolutely incredible feeling.
That day, that year, that team, my dreams did come true.
It was kind of a letdown in that it was over. What am I going to do tomorrow? I mean, I don't want this to end.
2 days later, 1.5 million Celtic fans stormed the streets of Boston. 2 days later, 1.5
Can't
million
even
Celtic
move.
2 days later,
This is like a Michael Jackson concert. You know, 1.5 million people. You know how much people that are?
1.5 million Celtic fans
That
stormed
is?
the streets of Boston for a parade culminating at City Hall in celebration of Banner 16.
Every season you might not be able to whip around Samson, but I know I can. King Elijah never heard of Celtic tradition. I bet he had some sleepless nights in the past couple days. He's got a beer. There's a beer up here. Let's go. Find a party. World champs, yeah.
It's a world champs, yeah. Yo, Larry funny though. Listen to the way he talking trash. He's funny, bro. Look at him.
Samson, but I know I can.
16.
Every season you might not be able to whip around Samson, but I know I can.
Listen, Larry, he tried to run that fade with Larry. They would have been running that fade to this day. No, I'm just playing.
King Elijah never heard of Celtic tradition. I bet he had some sleepless nights in the past couple days.
He's definitely
beer. There's a beer up here. Let's go. Find a party. World champs, yeah.
This is the greatest. We have the best team. You guys refuse to let us lose. Thank you very much.
I want to thank the city of Boston and the fans. Give yourself a big applause. You've been great all year. Thank you.
Everybody, let's have a nice time this summer. A lot of beers, a lot of relaxation. And let's do it again.
I don't think anybody thought this would be the last one. No more championships. That was unthinkable on that day.
This makes my life so much happier. I mean, I love the Celtics. We don't realize how lucky we are to be in a sports town like Boston.
Red Auerbach had produced a championship team in 1986 and was preparing for another finals run in 1987.
Second pick goes to the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics.
How did Boston Celtics get the second pick after winning a championship? That's the real question. How?
Celtics select Len Bias of the University of Maryland.
What would happen if we ever get in the lottery and get a chance to get that guy, Bias?
I like the team, I like the area, and it'll be a chance for me to learn and grow as a player.
I was with Len Bias in Boston at 11 to 12 o'clock at night. He had just signed a contract with Reebok, who I was with. I woke up the next morning and stopped to get gas, and the gas station attendant told me that Len Bias had died, and I was like, no, he didn't. I was just with the guy like 8 hours ago. There's no way.
Just 2 days after becoming a Celtic, Len Bias was dead, the victim of a cocaine overdose.
Leonard Bias was pronounced dead at 8:50.
Len Bias? That's how you
of a cocaine overdose.
Yes, Len Bias. How good was Len Bias? We didn't even get to see. I'm pretty sure you guys know about Len Bias, though, in the comment section below. Let me know how good of a player Len Bias was. We didn't even get to see anything. Literally second day after being drafted, he passed away. First of all, rest in peace and condolences to his family. But this is crazy. The second pick just dies 2 days later. That's crazy. That's a little crazy.
Leonard Bias was pronounced dead at 8:50. The cause at this time is cardiorespiratory arrest.
Len Bias was by far the best athlete coming out of college this year.
We spent a couple of days with him, and now he's not here.
It was just like shocking. And I was just devastated.
They didn't even have time to imagine what it would be like with him because he was gone before it even happened.
Len Bias, dead at age 22.
Excitement in us. We're not going to live on last year's laurels. You stay behind us, and we'll be right back here next year doing the same thing.
The following season, Banner 16 was raised to the rafters, with the majority of the 86 roster still intact. The Celtics were poised to repeat as champions.
Really, the hard part starts. It's not so much, it's hard in winning a title, but you can bet your bottom dollar it's harder defending this title.
We made it to the finals with broken feet, Bill not playing, run down on just grit alone.
Bird fires it. And the
The Lakers beat us. It's unfortunate that the Lakers won another title against us.
It was never the same after that because somebody was always getting hurt.
For some reason, I don't know, whatever it is, it seems that the team who's won has been kind of snake bitten next year as far as injury goes, as far as just having kind of some bad luck.
At the start of the season, the prevailing attitude was that I was going to be able to play even more this year than I played last year. I certainly felt that way.
Build a website you love.
It'd be the worst. Team that's supposed to win, always getting hurt. Larry had a bad back. Bill
would only play 10
Len bias. Like, come on, bro. What do you even do about stuff like that?
Games in the 1986-87 season before hanging up his jersey for good.
1986 was Larry's finest year. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. And it was really the last year he was completely healthy.
Ravaged by injuries, Bird was forced to walk away from the game in 1992.
Unfortunately, it all came down to this. I would like to play it a little bit longer, maybe a year or two more, but there's just no way possible I was going to be able to do that.
They went one by one. Larry went after 92, and Kevin went after 93. And then eventually Robert, he winds up in Chicago, and he winds up in Charlotte, and plays the most games anybody in the history of the league.
We were much more like meteors. We came in, we flamed hard, and we flamed out, but we gave you what we had along the way. It was a good show. Didn't last long, but it was a good show.
You knew you were going to have to pay for all the good eventually. I mean, very rarely do you see a dynasty go out on top. Dynasties, as you say, tend to crumble slowly.
Unthinkably, the future of the Celtics dynasty crumbled before their own eyes. In 1993, budding star Reggie Lewis died as a result of a heart defect.
Just think about it. Len Bias and Reggie Lewis. They would have rebuilt on the fly with these two amazing young players. And then when it came time for Bird and McHale and Parrish and all those guys to step aside, you would have had two superstars ready to carry on. And instead, it just all collapsed in a heap.
The Celtics had lost their heart with Reggie's passing and would lose their voice as well, as legendary radio broadcaster Johnny Bells also passed in 1993.
It was bad. It was all bad, and it didn't really turn around.
Do not build a new garden. If you're going to build a new garden, just renovate this one.
The garden closed its doors in 1995 and was eventually torn down, making way for the Fleet Center and new leadership. In 1997, Rick Pitino replaced Auerbach as team president and assumed the role of head coach. Armed with the projected #1 overall pick, the Pitino era was off to a dreadful start.
Third pick in the 1997 NBA draft goes to the Boston Celtics.
The Celtics' luck had run out, along with Pitino's patience to restore the Celtics dynasty.
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old.
With Pitino's departure in 2001, the Celtics tradition that Red Auerbach had created was all but gone. 5 years later, in 2006, the patriarch of Boston's dynasty was laid to rest. Red Auerbach died at the age of 89. In 2007, Boston would say goodbye to another member of the Celtics family. Dennis Johnson, who was coaching in the NBA Developmental League, suffered a heart attack and died in February of 2007. He was just 52 years old.
I was so upset and depressed that I did not go to his funeral. That's how bad I felt. I just didn't want to see him like that.
He's really finding his groove as a coach and enjoying it. And I think he had aspirations of moving up and getting back in the NBA and all this stuff. And just a shock, way too early.
That really hurt me. It really did.
He was a great friend, a great guy, and someone that has been definitely missed and will always be missed.
Dennis
How
Johnson.
did it go to the highest of the heights to the lowest of the lows the way it did? It was staggering, honestly. And some of the worst part about it was that the rest of the league loved it. They loved that the mighty Celtics had fallen, because they were a little arrogant and they had this swagger about them, and people loved watching them suffer.
Really, I thought they might never get back.
The Canes' original monarchy has regained the throne. It is the end of a 22-year odyssey. It
Danny Ainge, who had returned to lead the Celtics basketball operations in 2003, constructed Boston's modern-day Big Three as the Green exacted their revenge of the Lakers in 2008.
As an executive, I felt it when those three came together. It was something very special.
That was like a dream come true. And then especially to do it against the Lakers, I mean, it was just like, whoa, I couldn't have scripted it any better.
When you think of one franchise and you think of the word Big Three, they have two sets of them. That tells you that's a pretty good franchise. It still goes back to Red in a lot of ways. I mean, Red Auerbach's stamp on the Celtics still lives.
Being a guy who embraced the Lakers-Celtic rivalry in the 80s is something that got me into basketball now. I'm not only a part of the Celtic tradition of winning a championship, but I'm a part of, the new rivalry.
That was equal of a highlight for me as 1986.
That's one of the greatest quotes
Imagine
ever.
being able to build
He said anything is possible. That's KG.
Boston's 2000.
By the way, Boston just did win another championship, I want to say 2 years ago. What year is it? 2025? I think they won in 2023 or 24, one of those years. They beat, who did they beat? Oh, they beat the Dallas Mavericks.
2008 championship would restore the Celtic dynasty. By raising their 17th banner to the rafters, they introduced
18th now.
An entirely new generation to the legacy of the Boston Celtics. As the NBA continues to evolve and new dynasties emerge, many still attest that what the Celtics accomplished in 1986 may be the greatest example of team basketball in history.
I just don't have any fears about this team playing any team that's ever been. I would take them over anybody.
They beat everybody at a time when the league was at its best.
They were, to me, the greatest team of all time. Jordan's teams were fantastic, and Jordan is probably the greatest individual talent I've ever seen in my life. But when we're talking about a team, I'm going to take the 86 Celtics.
It was a unique group of guys that were brought together, and for one magical season, it was just fun. I would take that 86 team and put it against anybody at any time.
We had 5 Hall of Fame players on our team, and we had 2 other guys, Danny and Wedman, that made the All-Star team at one point, and those other teams can't come close to saying that.
The one thing that I'm thrilled about is my numbers hanging in the rafters in the new Boston Garden. It felt better when it was in the old one, but it's in the new one, and when people look up there, hopefully they remember who 33 was.
I think that the 86 Celtics belong at the top, but the greatness of our experiences, this bond that you build as players and people going through those experiences is way more meaningful than what the pundits have to say about who's better or who's not.
The Celtics, they epitomize everything that's great in the world, on and off the court. I'm a proud, loyal, and grateful Celtic.
Boston. It's perfect how they ended it on Bill Walton. Because now we lost Bill Walton now. So we lost Dennis, Red, Walton, Bias, and somebody else. We lost somebody else I can't think of, but that's crazy, man. I'm happy Larry's still here, and he was just supposed to win the championship with the Pacers, but Tyrese Halliburton tore his Achilles in Game 7. So Larry out here coaching well too. Shout out Danny Ainge for getting them boys a championship. I don't know who is running. I think Danny Ainge still runs the Celtics as an executive. And they just won another championship, number 17 or 18. But wow, what a documentary, a great documentary. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was amazing. Why y'all ain't tell me my thing was looking crazy? I'm out here looking crazy. Y'all didn't even tell me. But on a serious note, that was a great documentary. I got to learn something about basketball that's new. I never knew the 86 Celtics was one of the best teams of all time. You know, they don't talk about that. Of course they're not going to talk about it. Well, yeah, like, I don't know why they wouldn't. But, well, technically they are if they made a documentary. But, like, at NBA Today in 2025, They're not talking about no 86 Celtics being the best team because they think these new kids is just so much better. If that's the case, why Bron ain't won 3 MVPs in a row? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. There's the questions I gotta ask. And people gonna say, it's better players now. Bron was in Miami. He should have won every MVP in Miami. I'm not gonna lie. You have their supporting cast. But people do be saying this league bias and stuff like that. I don't know. But y'all let me know. Y'all think if Bron should have won, or yeah, like Bron should have been not saying he should have been playing for the MVP, but like he should have just been the MVP, like how Jordan and Larry was. And I could have sworn the Celtics beat the Lakers. I don't know. I don't remember them playing Houston. I did watch Courtship of Rivals. That's probably what's confusing me. But yeah, that was a great documentary. It's all I keep saying it because it really was. I learned a lot about the Celtics just now, and that's an amazing organization. I'm sorry that they had to lose. Like, dang, they had a lot of deaths while people were supposed to be playing. It's kind of like crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You got your second pick and he passed away 2 days after getting drafted. It's crazy. Then you had your other star piece. He passes away. That's so crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But I wouldn't think they would have stopped in 86 either. But with injuries and, people passing away, there's nothing you really can do about it. But and Larry he broke his back. So it's like, it all makes sense now. But y'all let me know your favorite part of this documentary. My favorite part is them, really the entire documentary, to be honest. Just the journey of them. Really, really my favorite part, though, if I'm going to get specific, is Bill Walton taking them to the concert of the band he loved. I can't remember the name of them. But yes, when Bill Walton took the whole Celtics to the concert and he was like, can we go back? That was like it was just funny. It was like breaking the ice between the players and making them closer, I guess. That was a beautiful moment for them. But y'all let me know your favorite moment of the whole entire documentary in the comment section below. Any other documentaries you want me to react to. I also want to say, if you made it to the end of this documentary and watched every single video, drop a comment in the comment section below. I want to say I appreciate you. I love you. You're the best. Yeah, this is the end of the video, guys. Sorry that this documentary had to come to an end. I could have watched it forever. If they had a documentary that never ended about Boston, I would have been watching it forever for y'all every day, all day. But, yep, this is the end of the video. I just need to do 4 things for me. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, comment something, hit that post notification bell to see more of me. And we all gonna eat. And guess what? I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. I love y'all. Peace.